In FIDE World Cadet Youth Rapid Blitz Championships 2025 Rapid Open U16 Round 4, Uskov steers the game into a well-known Ruy Lopez Morphy defense Norwegian variation, testing Melnikov's preparation. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Uskov is looking to play knight takes e5. Knight c6. Bishop b5. Pawn a6. Melnikov is planning to play pawn takes b5. Bishop a4. On b5. Melnikov wants to play pawn takes a4. Bishop b3 entered in Ruy Lopez Morphy defense Norwegian variation. Knight a5. King castled kingside. Uskov is setting up to play. Knight takes e5. Knight takes b3. Pawn takes b3 and gain a significant edge. On d6. On d4. Uskov is aiming to play. Pawn takes e5. Knight takes b3. Pawn takes b3 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn takes d4. Knight takes d4. Bishop b7. Bishop d2. Uskov wants to play bishop takes a5. Knight takes b3. Knight takes b3. Knight f6. Rook e1. Bishop e7. Knight c3. Rook b8. On a4 it is novelty move. King castled kingside. Pawn takes b5. Pawn takes b5. Pawn f3. On b4. Melnikov considers playing pawn takes c3. Knight e2. On c5. Knight g3. Rook e8. King h1. Bishop f8. Bishop f4. Queen b6. Knight a5. Bishop a6. Knight f5. Rook bd8. Bishop g5. Uskov considers playing. Bishop takes f6. Pawn takes f6. Knight e3. On d5. Knight takes d5 and take decisive advantage. Rook e6. Knight e3. Bishop e7. Bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f6. Knight d5. Uskov is aiming to play knight takes b6. Queen b5. Melnikov is looking to play bishop takes b2. On c3. Uskov is looking to play knight c7. Queen b6. Knight takes e6 and gain a significant edge. Rook c8. Queen d2. Bishop d8. Pawn takes b4. Pawn takes b4. Knight b3. Uskov might go for knight d4. Queen b7. Knight takes e6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop b6. Knight d4. Uskov intends to play knight takes b5. Bishop takes d4. Queen takes d4. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Melnikov? Bishop b7 is the right idea because knight e3. Queen c5. Queen d2. On h6. On h3. Rook c e8. Still Melnikov is losing. Let's proceed to the main line. Queen takes d4. On b3. Take a moment to spot the best move for Uskov. Queen b6 is logical continuation as Queen takes b6. Knight takes b6. Rook c2. Rook takes a6. On f5. Rook a8. Check. Uskov have small advantage. Let's explore the main line. On b3 is not the best move played by Melnikov. Knight c3 is not the best move played by Uskov. Uskov is setting up to play. Knight takes b5. Bishop takes b5. Queen d5. Bishop a4. Rook takes a4. Rook h6. Queen takes b3. On d5. On h3, and dominate the board. Queen b7. Rook e d1. Uskov might go for Rook a4. On h6. Rook b4. Queen e7. Rook takes b3. Bishop c4. Rook b6, and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop c4. On h3. Rook g6. Rook a4. Uskov might go for Rook takes c4. Bishop e6. Rook d2. Uskov is aiming to play Rook a7. Queen b8. Queen takes d6. Queen takes d6. Rook takes d6, and establish a winning position. On h5. On f4. Rook g3. Melnikov might go for Rook takes c3. Rook a7. Rook c1 check. King h2. Queen b8. Queen e3. On h4, and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight e2. Uskov is setting up to play Knight takes g3. On h4. King h2. Uskov intends to play Knight takes g3. Rook c2. Knight takes g3. On takes g3 check. King takes g3. Queen c6. Melnikov is looking to play Rook takes d2. Queen takes d2. Queen takes a4, and increase their advantage significantly. Rook b4. Uskov's idea is to play Queen takes d6. King h7. Queen d3. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Melnikov? Queen c5 is the right idea because Rook d4. On g6. Rook takes d6. Queen g1. Queen d4. Queen e1 check. Still Melnikov is losing. Shifting to the main variation. Queen d3. Bishop c4. Stop here and find the strongest move for Uskov. Rook takes c2 is logical continuation as Pawn takes c2. Queen takes c2. Queen c5. Rook takes c4. Queen e3 check. King h2 Uskov have small advantage. Let's go to the main variation. Uskov's idea is to play queen takes d6. Bishop c4 slightly worse move played by Melnikov. Melnikov is aiming to play bishop takes d3. Queen takes d6 is an inaccurate played by Uskov. Queen takes e4 time to think, find the best continuation for Uskov. King h2 is the correct move because on g6, rook a4, king g8, on f5, on g5, rook b4. Uskov have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main line. Queen takes e4. Queen d4 is a mistake played by Uskov. Queen e1 check. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Uskov? Queen f2 is the right idea because queen takes d2. Queen takes d2. Rook takes d2. Rook takes c4. Rook takes b2. Rook c7 position is equal. Shifting to the main variation. Queen e1 check. Rook f2 creates serious weaknesses in the position. Played by Uskov. Uskov is setting up to play rook takes c4. Queen takes b4. Queen e4 check. On g6. Melnikov wants to play rook takes f2. King takes f2. Queen d2 check. King g3. Bishop d5. Queen e5. Queen takes g2 check and gain a significant edge. Rook takes c2. Pawn takes c2. Queen takes c2. Queen b3 check. Queen takes b3. Bishop takes b3. King h4. King g7. Pawn g4. King f6. King g3. King e6. King f3. Pawn f5. Melnikov intends to play pawn takes g4 check. King takes g4. King f6. Pawn h4. Bishop e6 check. King g3. King f5. Pawn b4. Bishop d7 and take decisive advantage. King g3. King f6. King h4. Bishop c4. Pawn b4. Bishop f1. King g3. King e6. Pawn h4. Bishop e2. Melnikov is preparing to play bishop takes g4. On h5. Uskov is aiming to play pawn h6. On g5. On h7. Pawn takes f4 check. King f2. Bishop takes g4. Pawn promotes to queen at h8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop takes g4. On h6. Uskov considers playing on h7. On g5. Pawn promotes to queen at h8 and secure a stronghold in the game. King f7. Melnikov considers playing bishop e2. King f2. Bishop b5. King e3. King g8. King f3. King h7. King e3. King takes h6 and establish a winning position. On b5. Uskov considers playing. On b6. On g5. On b7. Bishop f3. On promotes to queen at b8 and take decisive advantage. Bishop e2. Melnikov is planning to play bishop takes b5. On b6. Uskov is setting up to play. On b7. On g5. On takes g5 and dominate the board. Bishop a6. King h4. King g8. Melnikov is aiming to play. Bishop b7. King g5. King h7. King f6. King takes h6 and seize the initiative. King g5. King h7. Melnikov is setting up to play. Bishop b7. King f6. King takes h6 and dominate the board. King f6. King takes h6. King e5. King h5. King d6. Bishop b7. Uskov had no choice but to throw in the towel.